Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to focus on a very interesting character. This gentleman is definitely known for his nickname. We're going to talk about Mr. Gump Worsley. Definitely an interesting character there in his 73-74 O-Pee-Chee card, autographed. What can we say about born in 1929? His real name is Lorne, and born and raised in Montreal. And Gump was the nickname given to him by friends because he looked like the comic strip character Andy Gump. Now, I'm not old enough to know that character, but I will tell you that I can only imagine what he looks like. I will have to go check this out after reading up on it. What can we talk about Mr. Worsley? Bear with me here, guys. I had some notes set aside. Only played for 3 teams in his career. He played for the New York Rangers, and so he broke into the NHL with Montreal Canadiens and the Minnesota North Stars. My understanding is, if I'm not mistaken, his first year in 1952 with New York, although on a terrible team, his record was, in 1952, his record was 13-29-8, and by no means was that any reflection on him. He was playing behind a terrible team. But the story goes, after winning the Memorial or the Calder Trophy as the Rookie of the Year, he demanded a $500 raise and was immediately sent down to the minors. So you think about it back then. I mean, this 1952, he just gets, mentioned as the Rookie of the Year, and he wants a $500 raise, and they're like, screw you, you're going down to the minors. But he was, in 1954, he did play with the Vancouver Canucks of the WHL, where he won the league's most valuable player award. And later in 54, the Rangers called him back up to compete for the starting job, where he beat out NHL Hall of Famer Johnny Bower, wearing the traditional number 1 that goaltenders were awarded if they were the number 1 goalie at the time. Toiled with the Rangers for the next 9 seasons, generally playing well for poor performing teams. Set a record in 1955 on opening night when he made 43 saves in the Rangers game against the Chicago Blackhawks. And then in the year of 1963, he became involved in a proposed players' union and was promptly traded to the Montreal Canadiens. While he was relegated to the minor leagues Quebec Aces for part of 2 seasons, characteristically winning first-team All-Star honors in the AHL in 1964. His best years, of course, were for the Montreal Canadiens, and he was a member of 4 Stanley Cup winning teams from 65, 66, 68, and 69. His best season being 1968, where he had a 1.98 goals against average, undefeated in the playoffs with 11 straight wins. However, he soon had a dispute with general manager Sam Pollock over being mandated to be demoted to the minors. The decision was made by head coach Claude Ruel in favor of a young goalie named Rogie Vachon, who, like Worsley, was also a future Hall of Fame goalie. So it made him quit in the midst of the 69-70 season and suspended for not reporting to the Montreal Canadiens' Montreal Voyageurs at their farm team, and he was replaced by Phil Meir. Worsley was pretty much retired and was lured out of retirement by Minnesota North Stars to play as a tandem with Cesar Maniego. He played in parts of 5 more years, retiring at the age of 44 after the 73-74 season. And you can see by this card here, he was no spring chicken when he retired. So when we look down and talk about his stats, he appeared in 861 NHL games, winning 335, losing 352. Had 43 career shutouts. And as far as his goals against average, he had a career .288 and a .913 save percentage. So it looked like he was peppered quite a bit during his career, and played on a lot of bad teams. But then, when he was with Minnesota and the Rangers, they weren't the best of teams, but more than made up for it in his time with Montreal. So there you have it. He was elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1980, and sadly passed away in 2007 at the age of 77. So there you have it, guys. There's the legend that is Mr. Lorne Gump Worsley. Take care.